It's late afternoon, and you're elbow deep in the tomato plants, pushing branches around, looking for the ripe ones down low. Your knuckles brush a stem, and something inches from your hand snaps backward and starts clicking. Hard, mechanical, like tiny teeth grinding together. Then it hisses at you, and it spits a slug of dark green fluid across the back of your glove. You're already moving. Hand out, shears up, and the thought arrives before you've even decided to have it. Kill it. That reflex is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make in a backyard garden. Because the thing that just screamed at you can't eat your plants anymore. It can't breed. It'll never become a moth. It's already dead. It just hasn't stopped moving yet, and it marked you on the way out. That green smear on your glove isn't digestive juice. It's a concentrated dose of the poison this caterpillar pulled out of your tomato leaves and stockpiled in its own gut for exactly this moment. It aimed for your fingers, and whatever it hits, it teaches. Birds, ants, you. Now look at its back. Dozens of small white cylinders standing straight up, packed shoulder to shoulder like grains of rice pressed into the skin. This is where almost every gardener gets it wrong. Those aren't eggs. A caterpillar has no equipment to lay eggs. It has to survive, pupate, and turn into a moth first. And this one is going to do none of those things. They're cocoons. They belong to a wasp. And the caterpillar underneath them is just the container they grew in. Crush it, and you're not killing one pest. You're killing up to 100 wasps that were days away from patrolling your entire garden for free. And the way they got inside is faster and cleaner than anything you can buy in a bottle. Rewind 2 weeks. Quiet, sunlit morning. That same caterpillar is a 3-inch monster, clear-cutting the top of a pepper plant, stem by stem. A wasp, barely a fraction of an inch long, drops out of the canopy and lands on its back. No circling, no struggle. She curls her abdomen down, drives a needle through skin thick enough to resist your fingernail, and delivers a payload straight into the body cavity. That payload is 3 things at once: eggs, venom, and a virus she carries built into her own body, one that only assembles inside her and only ever gets used as a weapon. Here's the part that sounds made up. The virus can't copy itself inside the caterpillar. It doesn't need to. It switches on a sequence, and the sequence takes the host apart in order. First, the immune cells, the ones whose entire job is to swarm a foreign object and smother it, are told to kill themselves. Their internal scaffolding comes apart. They lose the ability to grip each other. The eggs just float there, untouchable, in blood that's forgotten how to fight. Second, wound sealing shuts off. The puncture never scabs, never darkens. Third, and this is the one that should genuinely bother you, the virus reaches into the caterpillar's development and locks it. No pupating, no wings, ever. It's frozen as a larva permanently, which means it's been converted into a feeding machine that can never graduate. And fourth, the virus edits its saliva. Normally, when a hornworm chews a tomato leaf, something in its spit trips the plant's chemical alarm and the plant starts fighting back. Tougher tissue, nastier chemistry. The virus switches that off. So the plant never notices it's being eaten, which means the wasp is deliberately keeping your tomato plant quiet and defenseless. A plant that fights back is a caterpillar that grows slow, and she has 60 larvae to feed on a schedule. The whole strike takes under a second. The caterpillar twitches, rears up, and goes right back to chewing, which is exactly what it's doing at 2 in the morning. House is dark, nobody outside, sprinklers off, and that hornworm is stripping a mature vine down to bare green stem, working steadily through the night at a rate that'll genuinely shock you at breakfast. That's the surface layer. What you don't see is what's running underneath it in the same body at the same time. Up to 60 wasp larvae are floating loose in the caterpillar's blood, feeding. They take the fat reserves. They drink the fluids. And they do it with a precision no chemical you can buy comes close to, deliberately going around the nerve cord, around the breathing tubes, around the gut. Damage any of those and the host dies early. And the whole brood dies with it. So they hold it in a controlled collapse. Alive, chewing, draining, which means the caterpillar's appetite isn't a problem anymore. It's a supply line. Every leaf it takes off your plant is being converted into wasp. Then the night it ends all at once. The larvae release enzymes that paralyze the host. They chew outward through the skin, and they come out together in one wave. From that second, the caterpillar never eats again. The damage you were furious about doesn't slow down, it stops, and they start spinning immediately. Silk that anchors into the host's flesh and hardens into those white cylinders. Water repellent enough that soap spray hits it and beads straight off the surface. And if it's late in the season, the ones inside drop their own chemistry into a deep freeze, flooding themselves with a kind of internal antifreeze so ice can never form in their cells, and they simply wait out your winter. But for a few days, they're soft, immobile, completely helpless, which is why the caterpillar is still sitting there, and it's why it screamed at you. Step back for a second, because none of that display was ever about you. That program is ancient, and it was written for a very short list of enemies. Ants that swarm anything that can't run, birds working their way down a branch, and a second, smaller wasp that hunts those white cocoons specifically, lands on them, drills in, and eats the wasp growing inside. Your hand in the canopy produced the same signature all three of those do. Vibration through the stem, a shadow closing in, something big arriving at short range. It has no way to tell a beak from a gloved thumb. And it isn't guessing. It's running a checklist that was finished long before there were gardens. But there's a second layer here, and it's stranger. That caterpillar isn't defending itself anymore. It's been rewired. It's not feeding. It's not growing. It's not going anywhere. It sits directly under the cocoons and dumps its entire remaining energy reserve at anything that comes close to them. It's guarding the things that ate it. So when you jab at it, it escalates. Louder clicking, harder thrashing, more poison. It can't back down. Backing down got removed from its options. And then you crush it. And that's when the countdown starts. One motion, and you've deleted up to 100 wasps from your yard. Not 100 hornworm specialists either. 100 general purpose hunters that also work cabbage worms and aphids across the whole footprint of your garden. Give it 30 days. Week 1, nothing. Looks fine. Looks like you won. Week 2, the aphids on the undersides of your leaves stop getting thinned out. They double, then double again. They coat the stems and start dripping sticky honeydew onto every leaf below them. Week 3, that honeydew grows black mold. The leaves under it stop working. And the whole time, the next generation of hornworms is climbing up out of chambers in your soil into a canopy with absolutely nothing hunting in it. By day 30, you're standing in stripped tomato plants, sticky blackened leaves, and an aphid population with no ceiling. And you'll blame the weather. That one ugly caterpillar was a perimeter system you never installed, never paid for, and never had to maintain. No spray schedule. No timer. It just needed you to walk past it. So here's the 3-second check. Before you touch anything green out there, look at the back. White cylinders standing upright out of the skin. Not flat, not smeared, standing up. That's your first signal. Then watch it for 2 seconds. Is it eating? A hornworm carrying cocoons isn't chewing, and it isn't moving down the stem. That's your confirmation. The rule after that is simple. Leave it exactly where it is. Don't pick it off. Don't drop it in soapy water. Don't spray the plant. If you truly can't stand looking at it, cut the entire branch and lay it flat somewhere else in the bed. Cocoons facing up, caterpillar still attached. Never separate the two. Now be honest with me. That hornworm is going to take one more branch off your plant before those wasps come out. Would you pay a branch for 100 wasps? Or does that trade fall apart completely if it's the only tomato plant you've got?